Omina Quaba at the bank assertive native when I need and concoction a year the electoral commission akachi. Na ye Mensah and a Dr. Bossman alternative from who abe dreamer and yasem so nomine a NDC. Amano kunu enya stamp papa. Native for 9 seats enim say 9 seats no. Omo call for a regulation emu 9 seats no. Aye MPP amanyuku no ewini emu 6 ana other constituencies na candidate for aye nipa bonu for bi ahye ho ballot person pink sheet na de for ama regulation no aidin papa for anya asem ketwa na ye NDC amanyuku nso mo ntia sen ne entia so china sent adentina aye MPP amanyuku no ewini sa 6 seats we na mo ntia se if say hwe count na difference mu a de twa mu no just 6 per to de bia 10 ebu 16 ballot person in net with resource now MPP amanyuku at the ban is not really valid and I sent to me and fan casem and it's almost to my tebri assembly at the Supreme Court some conum country a strani abasa on a mobisa Mensah NDC lawyers bisa Mensah and Dr. Bossman as I say and Brabina Mahoko and it's mujina some years a recollection. It's a woman could see some Brabini articles now the idea to women in the articles in the moment continue and your drum side and then your china. The two some would be assembly of Supreme Court. Nay, and this summer, Kunichimasan and MSC Conom the serious way injunction about to Mensah and as electoral commission so because of a regulation for Kudi Yentino. And which knows every pinnacle could see some of the two Rambram, the Muina as a Samosha and Cassati.
Has done justice to the transition and all. The 9 seats saga, I know that our base is really deeply worried about what happens to or appears to be in some instances pure criminality being perpetrated by persons who ought to know better at the Electoral Commission. I've seen a video of Bossman Asari where a journalist was asking him to show which law permits the Electoral Commission to recollate. And he quotes Regulation 43 and 47 of CI 143 and I think Article 40 of the Constitution, none of which actually empower the Electoral Commission to do recollation. I've seen the tweets from the Electoral Commission suggesting that in 2004 there was a recollation again. That's factually incorrect. I've spoken to persons who were at the Electoral Commission at the time, directors at the Electoral Commission at the time, and they've been very clear on what happened. It was in Pro East. It was not a recollation. There was no recollation done at the time. And so what the Electoral Commission has done is illegal. It's in contempt of a Supreme Court injunction. And so all the persons who carried out that exercise are liable for contempt of court. And I believe that it's important that we lay down the gauntlet and set a precedent so that people do not abuse arbitrarily powers that have been given to them. In fact, the conduct of the Electoral Commission is what the Constitution warns about in Article 296, where it says that you will not use public power arbitrarily and capriciously. That's basically what you're seeing the Electoral Commission do. I mean, it's clear to everybody that in Worsę East, for example, where that gentleman stood and fought 2 military men who were on an illegal assignment, and the people of Worsę East voted for the NDC candidate. He was duly declared as parliamentary candidate-elect, and then the Electoral Commission comes to Accra to try and re-announce or re-declare somebody else. That's illegal, and that will not be countenanced. You understand me? In Okaikwe North, and I've heard Bossman Asari, he stopped short of mentioning my name. I think that's cowardice. You know, if he is confident in what he's saying, I'm mentioning his name. He should be bold enough to mention my name. Was laid at his hands and at gunpoint and knife point forced their returning officer.
You have a gun and a knife.
To declare results in Okaikwe Central. First and foremost, Mr. Bossman Asari must know that he's not clothed himself in any glory or dignity in his conduct as Deputy Electoral Commissioner. From his irresponsible comments of saying that the NDC is a threat to our democracy, to his pure partisan behavior, even at IPAC meetings. I mean, and And to suggest that Okaikwe Central, Mr. Bosman Asare should show Ghanaians evidence of the returning officer reporting to the Electoral Commission that he made those declarations under duress. Look, there are videos of me walking with the Electoral Commissioner. Yes. The Electoral Commissioner's name is Mr. Degenu, the returning officer for Okaikwe Central. His name is Mr. Degenu. He's alive. He's not dead. What they did at Tesano, they brought somebody who is not the returning officer.
Where was the returning officer?
He refused to show up. He said to them he will not be part of the illegality. And so go and see the declaration that was done. Look, and you see, they have circulated a video of myself and the returning officer. His picture is there. The video of him doing the declaration is there. Now go and take footage of the declaration of Patrick Boama that was done at Tesano and see if it is the same person. Because they have not disputed that the person who did that declaration of Baba Sadek is the returning officer. They claim he did it under duress. How is it that that returning officer has now changed
to a different
person? The reason why they asked A.B. Bright's declaration to be brought back is they claim that a different returning officer did her declaration.
Yeah.
Now they have gone to find another person, not the returning officer, Mr. Degenu, Courage Degenu, to do the declaration. So that declaration of Patrick Boama is null and void and of no consequence. It's an illegality, and everybody involved. Look, the individual who went there on whoever's instruction to pretend to be the returning officer is a criminal.
Exactly.
Because what he's done is pure criminal. To pretend
to be somebody,
to be a public officer, declaring an election when you are not. And I think that we must ensure that the law works for once to serve as a deterrent to people. So that's the Okaikwe Central issue. And yes, look, people say, oh, you did a declaration with 110 out of 141 polling stations. Absolutely, nobody is disputing that. But you see, as the NDC, we would not accept a situation where the NPP claim that they did not have their pink sheets, but they have scanned copies of pink sheets. You can only have a scanned copy when you have the original to scan. We demanded to see those scanned, the original copies of the scan. They didn't present them. Then the Electoral Commission brings master sheets. And in those 31 polling stations, you realize that one, the handwriting is the same. How do you expect me? And people say, what was my business there? I was there as an agent of the party. We had completed in Ningo Pram Pram on Sunday. This activity at the regional office was on Monday. And the party is at liberty. Who becomes their representation? Exactly. At the time I was there with Peter Boama Otukuno, Fred Owari and Frank Davis were present.
In their capacity as
their capacity as what? For Patrick Boama. They were allowed to be there. So when people say what was Sam George's business there, I was there as my party's agent.
Excellent.
I had legal locus there.
Yeah.
I had accreditation from the Electoral Commission to be there. The regional director, Madame Pinkra, actually when we pointed out the consistency of handwriting on the 31 master sheets, was so shell-shocked, she said she wanted the police to immediately investigate the matter because this was criminal. Her words. So how do you expect me as an agent to accept 31 fraudulent master pink sheets, master sheets, collation sheets, declaration forms? I won't. And that's why we said we will not accept them. And Mr. Fred Owari and Frank Davis, myself and Otukuno had a meeting there where we agreed that given the challenges with those 31, once the 110, there were no challenges, we should proceed with that. Anybody who had a challenge could then go to court, because the only way to determine what really went on, there are two routes in those 31 polling stations, was to go back into the ballot boxes and recount the ballot papers in the ballot